Hello. Hello and welcome to the show. My Let's Play show. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Guys, welcome. Welcome. A minute late. Actually, I would say that we're 4 hours early. Guys, I promise I'm not one, losing my mind, or two, losing track of, like, again, because I don't have to go to work tomorrow, you know, like, I've been not employed for a bit. I promise you I'm not, like, losing track of the days. Welcome to the stream. What's up to Rinslet, Pixie, Will? We kind of made Brudge. We kind of did. And Kingo. And Buddy Bro. Hell yeah, guys. Here's my new DeeKAY artist for this week. I can guarantee you it'll be here at least 2 weeks, possibly 3. So get used to it. Is it Brudge? Maybe. It's supposed, if you've forgotten, if you're not up on the bits, this is a groove tone, which I think last week, someone brought it up. I think it was Zebra. It was like, what if you made a fractone beetle to represent the groove tones? And I was like, that sounds funny. So the first thing I did is I used the fractone, like the fractone model here. Which made this very easy, much easier than some of the other ones we've done. And then the first thing I did was get through the hair, because I was like, I'm thinking like I want to go like early 60s Beatlemania era Beatles. That's the kind of fractones that I like. The fractones perform, right? Or the groove tones. The guy said this would be a good place for the groove tones to perform. I wasn't going to do like Sgt. Pepper era Beatles. They didn't perform. I knew it had to be Beatlemania. So the first thing I did was I started with the mop top, and this has been very much smoothed. DeeKAY Artist lets you use the smoothing tool thing, but when I was making it, I was like, dang, I don't think I'm making a mop top. I think I'm making Brudge. But fortunately, I smoothed it out. I put him in the suit. This is like the gray suit, kind of the like bog standard stock Beetle suit. It's Beetles everywhere. We got Beetles on here. I got Beetles on fucking, on Charouge. Did you know the Beetles are important to this channel? They kind of are. Guys, welcome to the stream. DeeKAY Artist. Whoa, turn off your mind. Also, I don't know, I didn't, like, specifically decide, but I think that this is John Groove Tone. If you looked at this and were like, which of the Beatles am I looking at here? I'm pretty instantly, I'm like, this is John Groove Tone. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has a different opinion, but I didn't intend to make it that way, but I'm pretty positive this is John Groove Tone. John Limestone? What would be a good rock pun for John Lennon? John Limestone, maybe. Paul McQuartzney. Guys, we gotta get out of here. DeeKAY Artist, fuck you. John Lignius. John Ligma. Guys, it's another beautiful Sunday evening. It wasn't too hot today. My house actually got up to 72 degrees inside, which is about the temperature I normally keep it at. And I didn't have the heat on. George Harris Stone, that's a good one. You gotta have one that's just stone. Gorge, maybe. Gorge Harris Stone. That one is definitely a Flintstone name. Alright. Let's get started. Take this away. Whoops. Oh my god. This fucks me up every time. I also gotta put my keyboard up here. And let's get back to our level. Oh shit, I was gonna do a pull also. We can do it here. We're back in this crazy level. Again, it was like, weather was nice today. I woke up, I read manga, I got out, I went to the gym, which was nice. Zebra wasn't streaming, so I was like, what the heck do I do? But there was a Pokemon regional tournament on, Las Vegas regional. The first time Pokemon has ever done a regional in Las Vegas. I used to live in Las Vegas. It doesn't really have anything to do with the tournament, but that was something I at least I had something to watch because Zebra wasn't streaming, and then Will ended up not streaming, so I watched Pokemon. Do you guys think that this blue ground... We talked about this last week, right? I think this blue, this blue ground color reminds me of, like, those water areas in, like, theme parks and stuff, where, like, the water will shoot out and you run around, let your little kids run around without shoes on. It reminds me of that. All right, let's do, like, a... Yeah, here we go. All right, we're going to do a swingin' DeeKAY pull. Ready? I had to play a solo battle to have enough hourglasses, you guys, to afford this pull that we're about to do. But we're going to do one. What should we pull on? You guys can decide for me. Altaria. Well, here's the thing. I wonder picked an Ampharos today. So I actually think I have all of the EX Pokemon in Altaria. I think, though, it might be one of the ones where I have the least cards still, though. But now I feel like I haven't pulled on Gyarados in a while. I'm not sure. I don't know which one I'm, like, really missing cards on. We can pull on Altaria, though. There's no hurt in it. Maybe I'll get the, like... I only got the normal Ampharos. Maybe we'll get, like, the good one. Or, like, the rare one. Do Mythical Island, dude. Altaria it is. Alright, get ready. Let's get the Kondo shakes. And you know what I'm doing? I'm pulling on a backwards pack today. Do I have one in here? No, there's no destined backwards pack in here. What should I do? Should I just turn it around backwards? That doesn't feel right. Alright, we're Kondo shaking. Alright, I'm just doing this one. We're not doing it backwards. Ready? 3, 2, 1, Kwang. Dang it. Alright, we have Miltank, Lombre. This is a cute card art. Spinda. Shoutouts to Kingo. Carbink. And last but not least, Chandelure. Which I imagine I probably have... Well, no, I must have, like... I have 3 of those. I was like, I know the last time I got Chandelure was not a new card. However, I did, you guys... Now, this is extremely exciting. You know what that noise means. I did, however, just collect 8,000 cards on the game. Which is beyond the point where the game starts doing cute things by going like, 8,000 recalls to mind the Pokemon blah blah blah. Like, they do have some fun like hidden ones like in the game like that. Like there are some for even like the higher, like the thousands or like higher numbers. But I think I'm past that point. Yeah, maybe 10,000 will have something. Oh my god, the controls in this game are so weird when you're coming to this from playing other video games. Once I'm in here, like when I'm playing with them on my own, I like it. But when I, like this first minute, like a couple minutes back where I'm remembering like, okay, the A button is jump. B is punch down. It's like it takes a little getting used to every time. But now I'm used to it again because I'm goated. Guys, we're back here in the burger level. The Luncheon Kingdom. What is it actually called? Feast Layer. Luncheon Kingdom is from Mario Odyssey. And we've got some cleanup to do in this level. We did pretty good last time. I have 11 bananas left to get. I'm sure a lot of them are going to be later on. I've also de-gelatinized a nice mug of cider here that I've been sipping on, but it was been a little too hot for me to sip until now. It's finally cooled a little bit. I like to put it in the microwave for a really long time, so it gets like burning like dangerously hot, and then let it sit, and then catch it right on like the perfect temperature. But when it gets like that, this mug that I'm drinking out of, which is my E-Tank Fangamer mug, which I won in Runaway Guys like a decade ago. This mug, the handle even on this mug gets hot if you let it get too hot. So I couldn't even pick it up. But alright, so the places we didn't explore last time, we definitely did not explore any of this stuff like under here. And there's 2 bananas to get from the puzzle piece fractone. So let's go ahead and we'll start off with this. And then the big bummer, you guys, of today is that... Oh, yeah, this. The big bummer of today is that we probably will go a good ways into the next level. And I won't have any soundboard clips ready. That always, like, whenever it's, like, off sync like that, it always kind of bugs me. But maybe the next level will be one of those kind of more, transitionary levels. Where it's more like, you just have, like, the one layer. I feel like we haven't had one of those in a little while. Considering... Before this, we were in the... It wasn't the snake, was it? No, I guess it was... I guess we did just have one. It was... Those guys fucking fried also. Oh my god, I incinerated them. Before that, it was the groove tones, and that was an... that one was, like, an in-between layer. And this is only... Seems to be only a one layer... or one sub-layer level. So it probably will be a big one next. But maybe that won't be so bad, because then we'll definitely have like at least 2 streams worth of it. But DeeKAY, you need to like move. DeeKAY, you need to get out of the way, dude. Come on, little guy. Over here. Hurry. Okay. Whew. They jump straight, but only straight up. Thank you for being the least helpful creatures of all time. Alright, here you go. Here's your missing you back. Remember the episode of Teen Titans? The real Teen Titans? Where Raven gets split up into like the different Ravens. And they're all like different parts of her personality. Do you guys think the Pixar movie Inside Out copied from that? Do you think they saw that? Hold on. What bananas did I just get then? Are they up here? They must have been, I think there was like one other like gap in them. Okay, we're not quite done here though. Of course it ripped that off. Thanks, Kingo. That's what I was looking for. I knew I was right. I just wanted a little validation. Donkey Kong! I mean, like, you know, they could have seen that. Is it not emotions? This is a hot fishing spot. How are you not fucking dying? What are you gonna fish up? An onion ring? Do magnets conduct oil? Don't answer that. Ooh. Is this gonna tell me about the bubbling lake? The marriage of banana and burger.
Cheeseburger.
I had to remember which button it was. A chance encounter led to something more. A chance encounter led to something more. A miraculous merging of tastes. The combination of our favored flavors is now celebrated throughout the land. We offer this combo meal to all people. Transcending generations. Transcending layers. With all our hearts for all of time. I still think a banana burger sounds disgusting. Isaac. Yeah, Zebra and Isaac and Comb hung out today. I was jealous. It looked like they went to some fun stores. They bought Pokemon cards. Zebra got fleeced by the card shop. and it looked just fun. It looked like they went out to eat some good food. It looked like they went to eat at multiple different places. I was jealous. But I'm coming up to Boston for something. They had chopsticks at the pub food place. Confusing day out for those who weren't there. I'm sure those who were there, it was very straightforward and fun. Okay, so there wasn't really very much under there, but I hope you guys had fun. I'm gonna come plummeting down on this guy. Look, I made a big hole for him to dump his fish. Okay. So, like, again, we could continue on. We could go up there, do the burger part, and then we could do cleanup after. But there's one, I just kind of want to look at just this one banana that I'm sort of missing out of the bunch here. Right between 17 and 19. Let's look at that. We'll kind of start by kind of tracking that down, and then we'll just progress, I think. Here's 19. Where's 17? I don't see another banana around here that's not, like, deep underground. Fries on the side. Wait, there was a part where you went, like, under the ground? What is this? Why is it... Oh, there is another layer down there, too. Okay, well, we might be in for a little bit more here. This one just seemed so kind of, like, impressive that I just didn't think about it. 19. Is 17 back over here? Yes. All right, so it's somewhere around here. We also, I guess, haven't ridden the roller coaster thing, and this also, this like checkpoint we haven't even hit. So it's probably in this, I would imagine. It's probably somewhere in there. There's probably a banana to get on that. There might even be another one to get on the roller coaster. I forgot about that whole aspect of the level. But I remember now that we were saving that. So I think we should do the park coaster first. And then, for the big finale, we'll climb the big burger. And also, I want to destroy the burger. Look, there's also a little house on the burger. You can do a hideout there. That's crazy. She said the purchase limit for cards, then offered him a pack from a different set that was twice as much as the ones we were looking at. Asian fusion restaurant, and the food was good. Zebra and I got crab fried rice. Cum got up on me. Not sure which item on the menu you would eat with chopsticks. I mean, some people eat rice, fried rice with chopsticks. Chopsticks and one of those little, like, spoon things, maybe. Where does this get on? It loops through under there. Where do we want to get on at? Let's get on. Oh, we should get that fossil too. I don't want to go to this right away. Why is there also a muskmelon over here? I'm confused about that. Let's get on. I don't know. Where do you get on? Where do you get on? Did we go down there also? I must have. Would I have, though? Yeah, there's a checkpoint near one over here. Is that the only place to board, though? We also didn't get that checkpoint. There's also one here. I guess we'll get on over at the greater go-round. But I'm going this way first. And we'll end off coming this way. First, though, let's get that tire. And then I just want to make sure I went down into that little zone last week. Last week, you guys, the stream eventually kind of normalized. But the start of last week's stream was a complete mess. I remember we were just, like, yapping nonstop. I mean, that's every stream, but it was, like, particularly, like, unorganized, I thought, last time. And then we went right into that fucking, like, hour-long event. And then from there I was like, oh shit, where did the stream go? And so we had to make up a bunch of time. So I feel like I easily could have, like, overlooked this. Let's just check it. I'll grab a salt. I'll come down here. I just wanted to see what was in this. Oh, I guess we must have come through here from this side then. That makes more sense. Okay, so we did do this. Okay, all right, let's go to the checkpoint. And let's go on a fun little ride for us. And I think DeeKAY and Pauline are excited about this. I think Dee can lean. Then we went back to the shop that had cards because they had a cafe and got some coffee. Oh. Yeah, I don't blame you on that. I wouldn't want to. I feel like my TV volume for once ever in my life is too loud. I'm going to turn it down a peg. Meet ma, meet ma, Listen, I genuinely don't want a remote for it. I only use it for this stream show. And if I have to get up and get down, guys, that's calories burnt. I'm getting back into my fitness era. And by fitness era, I mean less of a lazy bum, but still a lazy bum, but like a lazy bum who's trying era. Isaac, for a second, I thought the banh mi, like, eventually I was like, oh, okay, it's got, like, I thought for a second, I thought that the banh mi sandwich that you took that picture of Comb having, I thought that was a hot dog with a fried egg on it. And I was like, is that egg on dog? Egg on dog violence? And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, would that be good? Like... Then I was thinking about it, and I was like, would a fried egg... Because I realized it was a banh mi. I was thinking about that, and I was like, would a fried egg on a dog be good? Like, do people do that? Should people be doing that if they don't? It set me off on a whole fucking ideological quest. I guess that's probably how I was supposed to get that. These things Donkey Kong is holding on this little... Oh yeah, I forgot about this mechanic too. These little things Donkey Kong's holding on the minecart are balls of pure salt. Would you? What do you think? What would you have to be paid to bite into that shit?
Math man.
Whoa. I am imprisoned. But they can never cage me! Fuck you! Hell yeah. $100 to bite a ball of pure salt? And you have to like finish and chew and swallow it, I think. I'm thinking it'd have to be a little more for me. Well, the thing that I think about like whenever like someone's like, how much would you have to be paid for like this food challenge? The thing about a food challenge is like once it's over, that's it, you know? Like if someone was like, how much would I have to pay you to eat this entire habanero pepper? I'd be like $10. How much would you have to be paid to eat a red chili? Literally as whatever you've got. Would I try to get more out of them? Definitely. I would probably try to save 50. But like hot food, gross food, sour food, once it's down the hatch and you've like dealt with the repercussions, it's over after that. You don't have to, like, look in the mirror that night and think about what you've done. I mean, you could do that, I guess, but not me, baby. I'm gonna be looking in my wallet. But to bite into a giant rock of pure salt, I'm taking at least a couple hundy. I'm throwing one in there. Fuck you guys. I didn't like that challenge when we did it before. Did we just come up that way? Well, how could I go over there? Oh, maybe that was the other way. Just give me a soda to wash it down after. What I'm saying. Right from pure salt into pure sugar. Wait, why can't I go that way? Oh, are we going around there? It loop around again, ba? Wait, what? Where was the thing, though? Shouldn't there be a thing? What the heck? Usually there's like a little arrow that you hit that switches your track. I'm getting off here, and then I'm gonna go back that way. I think there's a bunch of stuff. Oh no, this goes back down to where we were last time. Oh yeah, Will, I saw you were at a party or something last night. They watched Nostalgia Critic. He got us all. No, first of all, Will did not get us. We're not participating in No Nostalgia Critic November this month. It was not officially declared, but Will did send a Snapchat last night of Nostalgia Critic on the TV. Maybe we should have just used ZL to disembark. Going by foot is a casual thrill, and seeing gates in order is a better to shill. People smoked cigars. Question of the day. Do you guys like a stogue? Do you like a little stogarelli? I actually do like cigars. I like them more than smoking cigarettes. Which I know, like, people who... Or, you know, like, people who, like, smoke weed or stuff like that. The kind of smoke that you, like, inhale into your lungs fucks with me more than, like, cigar smoke where you just, like, puff on it and then blow it out of your mouth. I think it's a lot. I like it a lot more, and I generally think it's a pleasant experience. Is it good for you to do that? No. It's not something I ever do regularly, but if I'm at, like, a baby shower or a wedding or some kind of event, I'll puff on a little stove. Springy steps. What are we in, Banjo-Kazooie? This place puts a spring in my step. Oh, I like the little snakies. Cute. A baby shower. Oh, we gotta use this also.
Okay.
Yeah, the fellas smoke cigars at a baby shower. I think I can just jump around this also. It's one of those skip the puzzle things here. You never heard of the father and the fellas all smoking cigars at a baby shower? Maybe I'm just an old-fashioned kind of guy. Or maybe I'm just looking for an excuse to get into trouble. Jump out, DeeKAY. We don't need to be up here anymore. All right, let's go the other way now. No. You smoke it away from the wife. You go out on, you know, you go out on the patio or something and smoke cigars. It's a thing. All right, hit me with a. Okay. Well, okay. I guess we have to be going in the other direction. So what I'm hearing is no one in the chat likes to smoke cigars. Well, that's okay. Cigars are pretty gross. I guess I'm the only idiot who likes to smoke cigars. They got muskmelons everywhere you can go. What a wonderful world. Efficiency is key. Patience is the key. Alright, there's nothing over on the other side. What are we doing here? It seems like they want me to elephant, but I don't know what we're elephanting. I'm gonna snake this. Alright, I guess we need, oh, I see. They want me to get some salt, maybe? Okay. Efficiency is the key, I guess. Because we should be able to hit this through here, I think. Maybe not? Or maybe, I wonder if, can elephant hoover this shit up? No, he can't. Well, there must be something we can do there. What are your thoughts on Will running ads in Manga House? Such a good question, Isaac. I'm in favor of them when the ads are for series that I read and that I'm into. Okay, alright, so if that, well, they got the elephant guy here, so there has to be, there must be something we can do with the elephant. I have no way to, like, go in, like, invisible cap Luigi or something, do I? The fact that the ground here is also all, salt makes me think it's got something to do with this. Chunk. I really can't. There's not like an open part somewhere. Oh, I can just break through this. Well, what do you know? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to aim.
An elephant who never forgets to kill.
Look, there we go. There was a natural one. If you guys missed it last week, that's the elephant soundboard sound. Let's finish up leveling up the Bananergy. You want to know what I'm a little worried about in this game? I'm worried that there are more skill points available on a 100% run than there are, like, power-up nodes on here. And eventually, we're going to come down to, like, either level health or waste your skill points for nothing. Because if we're leveling up other stuff instead of health, then I can, like, give the, like, put up the front that I'm just trying to, like, you know, I'm just prioritizing other things. But once we get down to having only health left, then it really is just going to end up being like, okay, so you just want to, like, you just want to be able to say you did it with less health than everybody else, right? And then I'll have to face the music. But, you know, we're not there yet. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. All right, how we looking now? I think that was all of the bananas on the roller coaster, except I still didn't get this fucking 18. Shifty Smash. If these are all these, like, Shifty Smash ones, what is Shifty Smash? Those must be the ones we like have just done here. 49 triple gate banana. Where was the other banana? Up through the layer of muck. Frying at Ferocious Fry House. Shifty Smash. Oh, those are the like, those triangle pyramid things that make the stuff you have to break. It's gotta be, like, I feel like one of these has to be one that's out on the track, though. 47. Let me look at it again. So the first thing we did from here is we went this way. Through here. And this was 50. Then we came down. 51. Is this 52? 49 though. But I guess 49, 50, and 51 all being on the roller coaster would make sense. I don't know. I think that we should get 18, like we were saying, and then we should go on the Big Burger. We'll clean up the rest after. You guys, speaking of Will broadening all of our horizons, thank you, Will. There was manga today. And by manga today, I'm gonna broaden your guys' horizons. What I mean is there was Shonen Jump today, which is only one manga magazine. It is the one that most of us in here read. But if you really want to broaden your horizons, I'm saying look outside Shonen Jump. Because I also read manga that wasn't Jump manga this week. But it was Azumanga Daioh. And I don't know whose horizons that's broadening. That shit's been out for years. But anyway, there was manga this week. And it was good, except One Piece wasn't in the magazine. So that was kind of a bummer. But honestly, I have a lot of things to read now, and or like currently, and some of them that take a long time for me to read. 2 series in Jump that I read are both fairly like kind of just like require a lot of attention to be paid to, and are sort of fairly wordy. Being JJK Modulo L and Elusive Samurai W. Elusive Samurai also has some very dense chapters sometimes, just because there's a lot of like explanation and a lot of like historical stuff to kind of follow. And there's also 4 billion characters. But that was what I read first today. Usually I read that second. And Elusive Samurai today, literally the chapter ended with, what did it end with? I'm pulling it up. Because it was like kind of, not that I've been reading it for super long, but it felt a little surreal. The chapter today ended with the line, where is it? Meet mop moop, meet mop. 1 year later in 1353, this story would come to an end. So like next week could be the last chapter, or it could be the beginning of the epilogue. It seems like it's the end, finally. Not that we like haven't known that it was coming, but they really like were like, yep, it's come back next week for the pro or the epilogue kind of thing. So that's what it seems like. But that's exciting too. And after that, what did I read next? Did I read JJK after that just to get it out of the way? Did I? What did I do? I might have. I might have read JJK next. No, I think I read Ichi next just because I was like, this. You know, I usually read this like second to last, so it'll be fun to change this up today. Ichi the Witch was good. It had like a cool raw page at the very end. I'm also not just jumping around here flapping my gums for no reason, you guys. I'm looking for this banana. It couldn't have something to do with this stupid ass bridge that's so inconsequential, right? So it's not like in there. I think we did a pretty good job at checking all of these little cheese holes out. Ichi the Witch was solid. I'm excited to see like what happens next. It seems like they're kind of going into like the battle of this arc. Isaac's favorite character regenerated today, so I guess that's good for them. The octopus character that they're fighting right now, like the octopus magic bad guy that Isaac loves. It seems like we're kind of on the way. It could be up here. Like there could be another banana on this. I'm gonna check it out. But that was good. And maybe was that my chapter of the week? Akane Banashi was also very raw. I really liked Akane Banashi this week, and I think the general opinion is that her like rival character, which she has a bunch of rivals already, almost all of them extremely likable and fun. But there's this sort of guy that has sort of kind of been billed as her like endgame rival. And I think in everyone's assessment, he's like the least interesting character of her rivals in the story. But the last couple chapters have had him in them, and they've actually been pretty cool. I know Zebra said this, and I definitely echo the sentiment that like it feels like he's finally like something. Like the stocks are worth something for him now. So I think that'll be fun. See, I feel like we easily could have not done all of this. There could be a banana in one of these. But that was good. JJK Modulo was fine. We're back. We were back out of the dire zone into the fine zone. Had some kind of cute, fun moments. Just like a nice downtime chapter. Wait, do I read something else? No, it should be 6 normally and 5 this week, right? Oh, wait, this was how we went down there. Anyway, my chapter of the week was Someone Hurts. Guys, I don't know what I gotta tell you. I don't know how I gotta expand your horizons like Will here. But... someone... funny. My chapter of the week was Someone Hurts. For just being, like, very funny and cute. Sometimes... something's just funny and cute, and it's perfect. Here we go. He's a genius. On this week's chapter, she had a cold. First of all, I gotta, like, I've been reading this series last, because easily, I think, it's the easiest and quickest and most fun thing to read, kind of, like, on just, like, the ease of access, like, little breezy chapter kind of thing. Just because it's so much not, like, about story. It's just about these two little funny characters. But on this week's chapter, she got sick. The girl got sick. She got a cold because they went out. They ran through the rain last week to see the radio show that they like, that the whole series is about. And the boy went home, got out of his wet clothes, took a warm bath, and went right to bed. And the girl went to the convenience store, bought 2 ice creams, ate them both in her wet clothes, and then stayed up all night to listen to the radio show they like. So she got a bad fever, and he didn't, and he just kind of had to, like, not really even take care of her, but just, like, corral her in the right direction, because she's just a little disaster. It was really funny. So there was no One Piece. That was my chapter of the week. Runner-up, Ichi, maybe. Runner-up 2, Akane, maybe. I don't know. It's between those two. Did I read something else? Do I read another fucking series in that? I don't even remember. Is there something I forgot to read today? When One Piece isn't in the magazine, it throws me off. It throws everything out of whack. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Well, you gotta imagine that this 47 would be before the big burger, too. I think that these last 4 are all on the burger. 47's gotta be somewhere else. Where was 6? 46 is probably over here. Shifty Smash, and then 48... Whoops. No. 48 is Battle Labyrinth Lurkers. That's this. It's got to be on this pathway somewhere. I'm going to it. And Blue Box, Chapter of the Week. It couldn't have just been... Like, there's no way we just forgot to do this, right? This is 47. Okay, 46, I mean. Alright, so it's got to be, like, up on the path up here somewhere. Maybe because I went up here, I missed it. 6, 7. That's what I'm saying. But otherwise, you guys, over the weekend, I didn't really, like, do too much. I slept in, like, hardcore, yesterday. I slept till, like, 2 p.m. or something. Though, to be fair, I was up very late after Girouge. Like, Girouge already goes late. And then when I finish the stream, I'm, like, excited. Like, you know, oh, there we go. Usually when I finish a stream, I'm not, like, tired. I'm, like, awake again. So that's always hard, no matter what, on Friday nights. But then I just, like, lately have been staying up later anyway, so it all kind of compounded. But it was fine. I still got a little bit of stuff, like work stuff, done yesterday. Pixel and I watched Steven Universe, and then we did another like reading, cozy reading call stream, which have been a lot of fun for me. I guess the banana that we were looking for was in here. I guess for some reason I thought this would be linked to the purple goop stuff up on the Ferris wheel thing. Not really sure why, considering this is way on the other side of the level, and we could have, like, there was a way you could see to go back in here. I just didn't really think about that, though. I don't think I realized or noticed that you could see back there.
Donkey Kong!
When we were here last week, so that would make sense. We did some of that, and it was just kind of relaxing and fun. Again, I'm almost done with Azumanga Daioh. It's been a blast going through that. I'm snickering constantly, and I'm always holding myself back at taking, like, not screenshots is the wrong word because I'm reading the physical volume, but, you know, taking, like, pictures of the funny chapters. One bummer with that for me has been that I'm not sure if this is just an issue with my omnibus of that series, because I did find someone else complaining about it. But my Azumanga Daioh omnibus has, like, repeat pages. And when I went to look it up, some people were saying that there is some, like, copyright prevention thing with certain manga where they will include, like, repeat pages in volumes. And maybe, like, it sometimes gets caught or sometimes doesn't, or it just happens to do with which exact volume you have. But I also found some people saying that all of the Azumanga Daioh omnibus volumes are like that. Which, if so, fuck you, Yen Press. Why are your volumes also already, like, $3 more expensive than everybody else's? But I don't know. I don't know if it's just a copy with mine, or if it's just a problem with my copy, or if it's just a problem with all of this print run. But it had, like, I don't know, maybe like 10, 11, like, complete repeat pages where normal chapters should be. And the series is very, like, you know, it's an episodic slice of life 4-coma thing. It's not like it's not like I'm missing out on the plot. But if I'm missing out on funny, that's more important than missing out on the plot. So that's been weird. Moppled is important. That's good. But we did that, and then Saturday night, I really just didn't do too much. Jeez, I'm really getting bodied by these wall guys. Hey, we got what we were looking for, though. Saturday night, I just kind of played some Silk Song. And, guys, I know the conversation topic that we've all been excited about. The Taco Bell Baja Blast pie. Did you forget? If you did, for shame. But also, it's not that big of a deal because, guys, the pie may be mostly completely sold out. I made an endeavor. A valiant attempt was made to acquire for myself the Taco Bell Baja Blast pie. Everyone knows Taco Bell is a restaurant I love that has a very diverse menu with a lot of menu items that all taste very distinct and unique. And Baja Blast is a delicious lemon lime flavored soda, or whatever. I don't. It's the flavor of the deep sweet blue ocean. Baja Blast is a soda I love because it reminds me of getting Taco Bell, which I love. Oh, and these are lion. I didn't notice these little trees were lion. So when I found out they were doing a Baja Blast pie, I was like, I gotta get that. However, and here's the unfortunate part, they started, the Baja Blast pie rolled out like a week to a week and a half ago, and I don't think I don't think there was an inventory restock on those. When they say limited time, I think they really mean very limited time. Today, I went out and I tried to get one yesterday just to the Taco Bell around the corner. They said we're sold out. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just like any like fast food thing and they'll have more tomorrow. But then today, guys, this sounds sad, but just know, like, I wanted this for the experience, and more than anything, I wanted to get this menu item because I wanted to talk about it on here. I wanted to give you guys my review on stream because I thought it would be good content. I'm willing to pay $20. I'm willing to pay $20 for a gross menu item for the content. However, so instead of wasting my time, I called some Taco Bells. In fact, I called the 4 Taco Bells that are in my like general area, and I did some digging. I did some sleuthing on the state of the pie. The first one I called, this was not a great start. She said, "We're not doing those anymore." So then I was like, well, okay. I think this person might just be wrong. So let me call another Taco Bell, because I looked online, I did some Googling, I was like, nothing says that this has ended. Maybe this person just doesn't know what they're talking about. So then I called the second Taco Bell. They said, we're sold out. I said, well, like, did any Taco Bells still have them? Are they anywhere? And they were like, yeah, call this Taco Bell. I think they have some still. And I was like, okay. So I called a third Taco Bell. And they said, basically like, yeah, we had those, there was like a limited inventory item. We're not getting any more of them. And the ones we had were sold out. I called a fourth Taco Bell finally, just to cover my bases. The fourth Taco Bell said, we're not doing that anymore. So, again, they may vary store to store. I think most things like that do. You would think that they should not vary store to store, but a lot of them just do. But guys, it seems like the pie dream is over. I figured it would be something they would carry for longer. I'm not saying no Taco Bells have them. If you're out there listening and you really want one, Godspeed. I hope you get it. But at least the Taco Bells around here think they are out. They don't believe they will be getting any more of them, and I'm inclined to believe them as well after all the research I did today. But the dream lives on. Ew, look, you can see the banana chunks in the burger. The dream lives on that maybe it'll be super fucking popular and they'll run it again or something. They'll run it back next year. But what I'm saying is they should at least keep that shit until the holidays. Do I think it would make a significant difference? Probably not. I think most people, like normal people who have Thanksgiving parties with friends and family and loved ones, probably don't want a disgusting teal blue sugar creature at their event, but maybe some people do. I don't know. I think they might as well try. Send some more of those out. If Taco Bell's listening, send one directly to my house. I'm not posting my address on here though, because we're making I'm making a stronger effort not to dox myself these days. Anyway, we're ready to move on here. That's my story. I know it was not exciting, but not all stories are. The banana Cheeseburger is back on the menu and stacked as high as they come.
Gorilla cheeseburger.
But you know what's got us feeling low as we can go? There's this ugly-ass thing on top. That rude guest stuck a weird steak thingy right into the top. It's like one of those little burger flags. Now there's this hard purple stuff on our burger, and who wants to take a bite of that? There must be some way to get that steak out of there. This is gonna be fun for me. I'm climbing up the big bacon. This is so fun for us. Burger. Look at the just look at the fucking char on that burger. It genuinely looks good, except that it has these gross ass banana chunks in it. Do you think the entire burger is banana, or is it? They described it as a marriage down there, so maybe it's a burger infused with banana. I think I would rather eat a burger that had little banana infusion chunks in it than a banana shaped in a burger patty. Personally, I think I would rather. Because the taste of ground beef, I think, kind of like just sort of not like overpowers, but I sort of just think it like masks everything a little bit. Look at this little guy is hungry. Hey, little guy, thank you. Hi, Sis. I hope your work's going good. Sis, when is your last day? Isn't it soon? Tomorrow. Hey, that's exciting. Handed me this mystery treat she made. It was something coated in chocolate. I bit into it, and it was a cold banana. That sounds good. We're out here on Tomato Alley. This tomato is like fresh as they come because it's not even bending at all. It's just a big old big slice of sturdy tomato. This is the 80-meter mark. That's as tall as 2 Kong elders stacked on top of each other. Patty up and party on, dude. Hell yeah, brother. You got a Baja Blast pie up here? Will tricked into eating fruit. That's like that Jake and Amir sketch where Jake is trying to get Amir to expand his palate. So he's feeding him things, and he feeds him a piece of pineapple, and Amir goes, it's like wet and sweet. It's like a wet, cold, sweet chicken nugget. And then Jake goes, that's pineapple, and he spits it across the room. That's Will right now. Hi, Zebra. Zebra, when's your last day at Siz's work? This is fun to go in here, but don't misunderstand me. I will also be elephanting up all of this stuff. Look at the little... It's like I feel like it would be like almost mealy kind of though. Can I go over there? Or is that where I went in? The doors are locked. He's a brag snuck. He zebra sneaked his way in. I want to come to Siz's work. Siz, can I do my stream from your work? All right, tell me about this. You've reached the 120-meter mark. The zebra's cooling tower is about this tall, too. Higher heights and bigger bites. There's no way that this is... I feel like the zebra's cooling tower was much taller than this. Maybe not, though. I feel like it was big. We don't have Banjo here? Yeah, and I'm not bringing over Banjo for my house either. All right, Pauline is going to love this. Let's build a little getaway out of food here real quick. Build my little food house. It's disgusting. Can you imagine trying to sleep in here? The grease, like, pooling around the, like, entrance and, like, down on here. This is sleeping in the meat nook. This is sort of wretched. But I guess if you really like the smell of, like, a fry cook, like a...
soft.
She's eating. If you really love the smell of, like, the grill, maybe you'd like it. Yeah, this is James' house.
Check it out. I got a bun pillow. I mean, a pillow made out of a bun. I tore it off of the burger.
That's awesome, Pauline. I made this pillow from burger.
It's all fluffy, and it smells a little like bananas.
Well, that does sound pleasant.
Hey now, no eating it. It's my pillow, not your midnight snack.
I think she like does a little psh on his nose with that. I think he's like sniffing over, and she does just a little psh on his nose, and he goes, "Brr."
Good night.
Good night. I'm eating that pillow. Revenge. Pauline, you think that this is like
You're out like a light, DeeKAY.
you think this is a friendship? This is a war. We are friends during the day, but at night we are enemies. I'm eating that pillow. When it's sleepy time, it's on. The gloves come off, kid. And I'm up at the top now on the big boy guy. And this is fun. We need bananas right into these buns. Need my buns, Destiny. Hell yeah. Good job getting to the top. We're about 200 meters up. A great view from a burger so tall. Only a giant could eat it all. Do we think this is like a fast food burger, though, where the shelf life is like 15 minutes, aka before it gets to your door on DoorDash? You guys, I've been good on DoorDash. I have not reinstalled it in, I think, the last 2 weeks, maybe? I don't remember the last time I used it. Actually, okay. All right, full disclosure. I did reinstall it yesterday because I thought I might be able to get the pie on there. However, the pie was in-store only. I did reinstall it yesterday. The pie was in-store only, and I immediately deleted it again. I haven't used it in like a couple weeks. I think I've broken the curse. I've just been making food here, and like sometimes when I've been like a good little boy, I walk to get a pita or drive. I walk and or drive to get a pita place that is a pita from a place that is like some level of distance away from where I live, because I'm trying to dox myself less these days. I'm trying to dox myself less going into 2026. You know what they say, when your information's out there, eventually it stops being out there, right? So it's time to make a... it's time for me to make a change. Yeah, you have to show your face to get the pie. Oh, the feral wheel. That's cute. This is where we inspect the food and make sure it's ready to ship on out. Sorry, I was finishing my cider. Yesterday, you guys, I said, we were watching Pokemon. VGC. Pokemon, the tournament Pokemon. And I said, I'm gonna go make some cider. So I get up, and I just go to get a jug of store-bought cider. Nice, tasty cider, but bought in the store, out of my fridge. I pour it into a mug. I put the mug in the microwave, heat it up, and I come back and sit down. And Pixel goes... I don't remember what he exactly said, but he was like... he said something like, was it gelatinous? I was like, Pixel, what the fuck are you talking about? And he was like, well, you said you had to go make cider. I was like, well, maybe, like, I just had to heat it up. Like, I had to prepare it. And he was like, I guess he seemed to think that the base form of the cider was some sort of gelatinous blob that I had to, like, temper down into a drinkable state or something. And I truly, sometimes I don't claim to understand. It doesn't make me any less, like, in awe of his power. I wish I could know what goes on in there, but I don't. But it was not at any point, at least after I purchased it, gelatin. It's just apple juice and spices and cinnamon and stuff. Yeah, the cider smiths of yore. Anyway, a guest dropped his key when he flew through here. Who could it be? We wish it was easier to retrieve it for them. Well, that guess sucked anyway, so don't even worry about it, dog. I got this. Let me get up there. It's time for me to donkey get. We should also go and finish buying all of the stuff in the shop. I was told it could have been a powder as well. Wait, other people were feeding you this info? He was so confused. He's so confused about the cider. Is there powdered cider? I mean, I guess you could powder anything, right? All I'm saying is, even if I heard someone say, I'm going to go make some cider, which, like, yes, it's not exactly the word you would expect one to choose. I don't think my mind would ever jump to smithing it down from gelatin. If you can find me somewhere that sells cider by the cube, by the jello, then I'll take it back. I'll eat my words. This hard metal has jammed up the ferrule wheel. Oh, yeah. I want to see if there's anything, like, on this guy's face, though. What about in his eyes? One thing I used to do is I do sometimes, like, kind of more make-up cider, where I'll still get it from the store, but I will, or sometimes my mom goes to, like, a farmer's market and gets it there in the fall, and then brings some to me. But sometimes I will, like, mull it, like, on the stove, and for that I would call it make. I would say that make would be an accurate way to describe that activity, which once again has nothing to do with gelatin. But you know, everyone sees the world in a different way. That was funny to me. It made me laugh. Guys, I followed the speaking of, again, like we were watching a Pokemon tournament when we were talking about this. I followed that tournament very closely, even today in day 2. It's been a fun watch. They're still playing. The thing about the tournament being in Las Vegas is, you know, being 3 hours behind here, it's gonna go, like, late at night. Like, grand finals are probably, like, probably be close to the time we're ending stream here. Because I saw they had just finished the top, well, maybe a little earlier. I saw they had just finished the top 8 when I went live. I watched all 4 matches of the top 8. And I definitely have a personal favorite to win right now. So I would hope that they do win. What are your thoughts on the Ferris wheel? Let's see if there's something on the other side. Oh, this is the way we came up? I definitely intend to disrespect the hell out of the big burger. But I'm gonna finish this, like, plot part of this first. Yo, my boys in the finals? Hell yeah. Well, like, this doesn't seem too bad so far. I mean, I guess, like, each of these little things probably will have something on it. What is in here? Oh, I guess that's for me to use on the goop, right? Like, goop guy coming up the way. Goop guy is also salt guy, though. Give me you, please. Such a romantic view. Oh, you vaporized me! The gift? Oh, no, he was gonna propose with that? Well, sorry, dude. Sucks to suck. Now I'm taking your girl. I'm getting back to my roots. Dun, 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 dun. Wait. Where am I? Help. Alright, let's get the thing first. But, like, I think I'm just gonna sit up here and wait for the shit to come by. I'm breaking this. I'm breaking it all. Give me a little this. Or what if we, like... Is there a way for me to, like, just fucking yeet jump down here? Like, I don't think I even need to worry about that guy, but maybe he has something in him. The fact that they don't give you salt to fight that guy with is sort of weird. This one is this is like the deluxe cab. This is the deluxe cab EX. And now it's mine. I'll leave that little last bit for whatever stragglers come by next. Right, is this? Okay, this is a sign. Wait! No! Well, fuck. Snake seems good at, like, just disrespecting this, though, kinda. Sponsor message. Well, who sponsored the feral wheel? In fair or foul weather, keep the warmth of the sun forever in your heart. Oh, wonder. Keep the warmth of the sun in your heart, Miura-kun. That's how you don't get sunburned. Okay, we definitely want to get in that one. This guy I can beat, though. I can probably get him and then jump from him to the other one, too. Oops. There we go. Except I guess I don't want to... I don't know, I shouldn't have killed him. That defeats the purpose of what I was doing. Alright, Deluxe Wheel EX. There's really not like a banana on any of these. I figured there would be. Is that a banana? No, that's the guy that we cut. The guy that had Salt Bay. Real, get it? That's the guy that had Salt Bay, get it? Just for my own sanity's sake. Whoops. You had him smooch. I guess that's true. Wait, come back. Fuck. The snake? The snake can do something, but on some other things, the snake is not it. Oh, he fell? The snake sucks, Pixel says. Wow. I really like the high jump, but I really don't like that because he bounces so much, you can do, like, it counts you as being in the air. There we go, that should get him. Take that. And it was nothing. But you gotta check. What's everybody's favorite ride at the fair and or carnival? Are you a Ferris wheel person? I've never been the biggest Ferris wheel guy, and not because I think they're like scary, but because they're like not enough of a thrill for me. We dropped frames? What a queer and unusual occurrence. I'm a big theme park like thrill seeker. I did not used to be. I had to like kind of learn to like love roller coasters, and then from there just learn that like the value I place in my life is like not so great that I can suspend it for like 3 to 5 minutes to get on like another attraction. And so I pretty much these days I'm like, I'll go on anything. And I've never felt motion sickness before. It's just not something that happens to me. So that has never been an issue. I've never thrown up from a theme park ride or anything like that. The only thing I won't go on at a theme park is those like bungee jump things. I know that those are not like super common, but like anything that has you like not strapped into a device, I don't like to go on. But anything you sit in and the harness thing comes down and you're like ski cozy in there, I'll get on anything like that. But I do like those swings. I think the swings are fun. There we go. There's a banana in that one. if we're talking like just standard ass old fair carnival kind of rides, the swings that just go around are like just a fun experience. It just like feels like breezy and nice and fun to go on. At like the fair or carnival, for instance, generally the roller coasters, in my opinion, kind of suck. Again, if I want to go on a roller coaster, I want to go on like one that makes you want to die. Like I want to go at like a theme park or something. Not a Disney theme park, because their roller coasters aren't scary either. But like for roller coasters, that's what I prefer. But another thing that I like at like a carnival or something is the bumper cars. Why? Listen, we all know at this point, right? Because you can be an asshole in the bumper cars. Does it suck if you get stuck with like the bumper car that like doesn't work super great, or is always like you just like feel like you're going slow, or like the thing on the ceiling like is like dragging, or like sparks and shit are flying everywhere? Like that does sometimes suck, but I would simply pick the right car. I always pick the green one, and the green one never serves me wrong. And I always fuck people up. And unlike something like go-karts, where if you're too rowdy on them, they tell you to stop. Bumper cars, you can do whatever you want. Oh, and a fun house is fun. I like a spooky house. We were just watching a Steven Universe episode about this, me and Pixel. But those ones that use the centrifugal force to like slam you up against the side of the wall, some carnivals or fairs have those. I remember specifically the one we used to go to a lot when I was a kid. They would have every year. They had one of those. They called it the Gravitron. It was like one of those gravity spinner things. And the Gravitron was always like the hot button ride when I was younger. Where am I, and what is this? What's this hole? I was thinking about this right before the stream started, that we hadn't found this yet.
Lucky!
Yeah, I went to a lot of just like fairs and carnivals and things like that when I was a kid. And again, like usually it would be that I would be like too scared to go on something until, again, like a friend had gone on it, and I didn't want to like lose out to my friend. I've always been competitive in like that way. Oh, are we gonna get them all? Yes. I've never not gotten them all. Also, I've always been competitive in that way, where if I see my friend like getting ready to go on something, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna not go on it. I gotta get on that. So eventually I just learned that all rides were fun, except for like, again, like the couple that are like too scary. Because I am, despite all of this, I am afraid of heights. I would describe myself as being afraid of heights. Anything that like hangs up at like the top of something and is not moving is the scariest kind of ride to me. Even scarier than like the ones that like do big loops or like do stuff like that. So like roller coasters and that kind of stuff was like the last thing that I learned to like. But one day I just decided to like start going on them, and I thought they were fun. Hell yeah. Like that ride we went on at Six Flags when we did the house con, the like the Catwoman whiff, which is like one of those that you sit in and then it spins around, but it's really just a long like bar with a little seat thing, and it just like, you know, the seat spins, but the bar also swings 360 degrees around, and then it stops. At one point, it stops you for like a minute or two at the very top of the ride, so you're just up there in the air. And that was, I did not like that. I would probably go on another ride like that sometime, again, if I thought it would be funny. But I did not like that. Those are the kind of ones that are, like, still scary to me, because then you're really feeling the heights. And we're down here in the just disgusting cheese ooze layer. Or maybe this is, like, congealed grease. Or maybe it's, like, cider gelatin ready to warm up. It could be any of those disgusting things. Or maybe it's, like, snack of grease. At least I got some water I can wash off in. I'm punching through the cheese. Hot cheese. Mucking up Cat Scratch Kitchen. Yeah, we're mucking it up. We're getting into all kinds of trouble down here. All right, how are we looking on bananas now? Oh, yeah, see, there's this whole disgusting... Ew, look at this. So this is a different layer. Okay, it doesn't look like a very big layer, but different layer still. Okay, so I've got to imagine these are somewhere on the big lion thing. But there are 2 bananas still that we haven't gotten. My God, you're greasy. This is where Taco Bell comes from. This fucking guy. You see how he talks to me? I wanna eat up the big burger though. Look at this just perfectly cut hole down the middle here. We did that last week though. I guess we don't have to just destroy it. I kind of already did that. It's sort of beautiful in its own way. Let's get in here. I can like feel what this room feels like.
Let's go.
Show me your cute hole, Destiny. Ugh. Why? Wait, oh fuck, hold on. Does this get? Oh, maybe I can like climb up this, build up this. There's gotta be salt on the other side, yeah. Alright, snake sucks, but maybe... And I've never fucked one up before today. I've never fucked one up on a day that's not today. Actually, that doesn't even make sense. Never have I ever fucked one of those up specifically today.
What an adventure!
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like cheese? 10. You can answer your own less correct answer if you want, if your answer's not 10. I'm throwing that a 10 without even thinking about it, though. What were those? Like a 9? Okay, that's respectable. Not 10, but... Show me your cut hole? Ugh, is that worse or better? A cute hole sounds, I mean, sounds pleasant at least. I kind of want to hoover this all up. Do you guys want to? All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, follow-up question. How much would you want to inhale, like, liquid cheese through your long, elongated proboscis nose? I'm still saying 10. I'm thinking still 10. Because then you can throw cheese balls after that. And it's funny. I'm thinking 10. Almost -3. All right, interesting. We just got a banana map. I really hope it's this fucking banana right here. So that's awesome. Have I gotten any more like fossil maps? No. We got the kitchen layer down here. I am currently actually very interested, you guys, in what is this? Oh my god. It's been flowers this whole time? Ah! The burgers are made out of flour. Oh wait, that's fine. It's not like it's not like there's people. Wait, what is this? Melted fridge? Melted grate? I'll get back to my sentence in 1 second. We've been singing songs about you. Aw, a duo of guests, one big and one small, cleaning the factory and saving us all. And here you are, those very guests, here at Scratch Kitchen. We're trying to figure out how the muck got so out of hand and why it's spreading all over the place. So you gotta keep that muck in line. This is kind of cute, though. This is like a goopy little... I'm the big one, DeeKAY. Did you guys like my stream title this week? I know it's like kind of old, but the idea of Pauline singing... The idea of Donkey Kong trying to sleep and Pauline singing that annoying fucking Burger King Whopper song was so funny to me. I could hear the obviously they would never be that, but I could hear the fucking nappy time dialogue for it. Her just going, I can't get it out of my head, DeeKAY. Made me laugh. I was gonna say, currently I feel like we are really in a neck and neck on. I am not sure which will finish its like main story first, this or Dark Souls 2. Again, I don't really have like a great idea on how much more there is in the game of this. It seems like it couldn't be that much more, but I know everyone has sort of said that the game feels like it goes on for a pretty long time. But I feel like we couldn't have more than like, you know, a handful of streams left of either of them. Especially if Dark Souls 2 ends up having like a challenging boss towards the end of the main story. And maybe we have to spend a little extra time on that. It feels like, to me at least right now, I'm interested in which it could be, because it seems like it could maybe go either way. I'm here for real. Hey, Zebra, welcome. Gotta wash the cheese off me. This is where we get most of our salt. So much muck. Wow, Pixie. The muck is creeping its way into every corner, as you've seen. Even worse, the creatures in the muck are spitting acid that melts the floor. Well, that doesn't sound very sanitary for the kitchen. The walls will ooze green slime. The salt's underneath the floor. Oh, so we gotta like get them to melt a little hole in, get some salt, and then jump out and pop out and show liberals. You guys, Friday Night Comb found this video that we've for some reason been quoting more recently, and then became even more kind of like we started quoting it even more when then it turned out we were not able to find the original video. But there's this video Comb found, which was like it was this woman doing a Not Like Us Republican cover. The video is Not Like Us Republican version. It was about the election. Maybe funnier when the election results weren't suddenly like in and suddenly a bunch of people had less rights. It was probably funnier before that, but like on its own as a video, it's still pretty funny. It's just this woman, possibly the least on-beat woman of all time, reading off her phone the entire way through the video, singing a Not Like Us parody where it's about being a Republican and how that's good. And Comb and I keep quoting it But I think that the funny part about it to me is that it feels like there's sort of been like a reluctance to quote it because it sounds bad, like it sounds bad when you do it, but it's just funny. I don't know. But Combe finally found that video on Friday night. He dug it up. I watched it and I was like, dang, it's like even worse than I remembered it being. Okay, we gotta get it there. Yeah, we could say it on Siz's stream, considering he plays a character. But on this stream, I have an image to maintain. The image is that I think things, just think things are funny sometimes. Wait, fuck! I still needed one of those guys alive. Dang it! I gotta reset all the terrain. I hope this doesn't reset the cut hole in the burger. Because then I won't be able to get out. I'll have to eat my way up to the top. Oh no. Check out my private muck stash, Destiny. What does it mean? He has the Dark Souls stream on... I'm trying to stay above 70K right now. The Dark Souls stream on Friday was so packed with, like, discussion that I feel like on this week's stream I don't got anything to talk about. And that's fine. We don't need to talk about anything. We can just vibe today and eat Big Burger. And I'm skating on salt. This is when I catch salt from the haters, this is what I do with it. I do cool ass skate moves with it. Okay, I need this guy to shoot. I need this shit out of the way. I need him to shoot over here. Yoo-hoo, guy. Don't you want to spit lava at me? Yoo-hoo, guy. There wasn't even One Piece today. There wasn't even One Piece today, dude. But Sis, speaking of Chiaki boys, you want to know what my chapter of the week this week was, Sis? Someone hurts. Eh? Expand your horizons. Expand your horizons was the thing that I like. Literally one of the rooms that Will made in the Manga House server was a Someone Hurts room. Ad. Oh, yo! I'm glad we found this, because I don't know, fucking... We could have easily just not even seen this. Blah, 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 yap, yap, blah, yap, 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 blah, 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 yap, blah, yap, blah, ya. Oh yeah, we didn't make the Someone Hurts room. Will made a Shinobi undercover room. Okay, I guess I still can't get down there. Oh, I bet I need to use those other guys to get in that one. Why was I not thinking of that? When it's been clear to me. Let's see. Yeah, we definitely just needed to get them to melt this. Alright, well, I guess I gotta bring him back. Oh, actually, I didn't know that Naf read Shinobi Undercover. I think that was what I thought the problem was. I thought that only you read it. Well, I didn't read the message about Shinobi Undercover. I don't read that. Alright, we gotta use these guys. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show liberals. Sometimes you gotta cast judgment first. Sometimes, you guys, you have to cast uninformed judgment before then becoming informed. That's all I'm saying about the matter. There's something else down here, though, right? Alright, well, how do I get in there? Oh, yo, look, we can... Oh, no, I thought we could tunnel under the cheese wall here. I can't break through there. Well, how about how? Well, that's interesting. How about how? There weren't spitty guys in the other room, were there? This is that shit they make. They make apple cider, yeah. This is the apple cider refinery layer. The apple cider forge is where we are right now. Okay, there's also... It seems like really that these, like... Oh, no, we got that one. All right, let me go back and look at the hallway over here. This is kind of a fun little mechanic. Because there's this singed through... Maybe I can... Yeah, here we go. This is fun just to kind of figure out how you're supposed to get down in all these little holes. I kind of like this. But yeah, I think that, like, the guys definitely should respawn. I do think... I mean, obviously you can make them respawn with the, you know, with the terrain reset, but... I just think about myself as a kid. I don't think I would have, like, even thought to do that, really. I probably would have turned the game off and turned it back on. And I don't even think that solves the problem. Maybe it does respawn the enemies. I feel like it'd make more sense for them to just respawn and reappear. I think this is... I like it, though. I think this is cool. Now, changing layers also resets the... Okay. Maybe I don't know if I like... Wait, did I not get that banana? I don't know if I necessarily thought about that. I'm sure we've experienced it happening before. Okay, we definitely got to go through there then. Yeah, definitely. That was something I always did back in the day. In the Deku tree, in that room where you get the slingshot, when the platform falls, you're supposed to shoot the ladder above the entryway with the slingshot to make it fall down, and then you can climb it back up. But as a kid, I never thought to do that. I just turned the game off and then, like, soft reset, and it took me to the beginning of the dungeon again, and I was like, well, this is how I do this puzzle. Or, like, I mean, I always assumed, like, there must be something that you do instead. Here we go. But I just, like, didn't think about it as a kid. That option was there, so that's what I did. Where's Steiner's eyeing now? Is there Steiner's up? Oh, okay. You mean, like, coming through here. But these kind of puzzles, honestly, are some of my favorites in games. Just these simple, like... I call these... This might sound really stupid to you guys, but I promise you it's an intellectual term. I call these... I call these puzzles where you can see, like, you know, like this one where you can see a... environmental puzzles where you can see this grate... And you can see, like, you know, where that there's somewhere you can go and you have to find out how to do it. I refer intellectually in my brain to those puzzles as Haugeta puzzles. And I think it came from, to me, it came from something memorable. We said it once, and listen, this is not like a new, like, Snack talks like a fucking kindergartner now kind of issue. This is a Snack has been talking like a kindergartner for fucking years
Donkey Kong
issue. And I remember first saying it during the last Guardian playthrough, where I was like, this puzzle is Hageta, or something like that. And ever since then, a puzzle like that, that's a Haugeta puzzle. Because that's what you got to figure out how you get it. I can see it. How do I get it? I'm going up here. They let you do this in this level for up here. One thing I like about this song is it's so, like, it really feels like they very much considered, like, the kind of just tempo of this, like, the music and just the instrumentation and the beat with how bouncy the snake form is. This one is very, the musically sounds very bouncy, and this form is also very bouncy, and I like that. I think Xenoblade could take some lessons. Alright. Now, what am I doing here? Cheese. Walls. Eat your way through my cheese walls, Destiny. I don't know what it means, don't ask me. Wait. Yeah, I mean, I do think they did as well. Like, the zebra one, obviously, is very kind of fast-paced sounding. The elephant one is very kind of like, you know, bassy and stompy and cool. This one has the part where Pauline spits bars. Where Pauline spits hot fire. She's getting it on this part. If she was my child and I had just had like a shirt brother experience with some other child's grandpa in like a classroom, and I came back right in time for her to finish her like her rap breakdown part, I would give her a standing ovation. Vote against talking like a child. Oh, you know, and I'll own it. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a negative thing. There has to have been something like another banana in that area we just went through, right? No, that was the first one. No, there is more stuff up there though. Vote against Hunch Bunch stand. One of the first, the first thing I can ever, like, actually genuinely ever remember Zebra saying, like, my first, like, the first time I ever even had, like, an idea of who he was when Smash 4 DLC was coming out. This has been that long. This is when Zebra was just, like, an oofy, when we were just moots on Twitter. Back when it was called Twitter. I don't even think we were moots. I don't think he even followed me. But I followed him. And I remember Zebra tweeting about this was about the Smash 4 DLC, the Smash Ballot. And Zebra doing a bunch of, like, shit posts. One of them being the Hunch Bunch. About, like, what if the Hunch Bunch won the Smash Ballot? That's the first thing I can ever remember. That's my first impression of Zebra forever. It probably was through Kingo that I did see them. Now we gotta get these. We're getting all of these. Has anything really changed? No, that's literally something that we would still say. It's not that far off from like, yo, what if you named your Pokemon playthrough Penn and Teller version? It's the same thing, basically. Oh, yo, I crushed that. Oh, those Pichu socks were cute, huh? Smiled. Snakes hide in holes, and that's what this is meant to convey. This is basically these things that are like coming towards us. That is the professional sealer guy who's sealing up the crawl space underneath the house. I'm the little snake in my mom's backyard, and these little holes are the holes in our home that she's punching through to keep me safe. Okay, shout outs to the Dark Souls project. If you're not on it, get on it. Maybe, I don't know. It's pretty stupid. Here we go. Huh! Wait! Okay, I see the pattern here, but like still, this is hard. All right, we want to go. Let's see. I think we want to go on the next time it comes through there. Yes, and then we want to hop this. Fuck. There must be an easier way to do this, but I don't fuck if I know how to do it. I only know how to do things the hard way. Ah! And now I'm ski cozy down here. There's gotta be something in here. No? Guys, I think they announced the they announced the date that the nominees for the Game Awards were going to be shown. I think it's like next week. They announced the gay. They said, "You are Mr. Gay." Do you guys see that the Mario Odyssey, Mario Galaxy movie still has the "You are Mr. Gay" lights? Do you think anyone on the team knows about that? Do you think they know, like anyone who's working on that movie knows about "You Are Mr. Gay"? Or do you think they just were like, oh, these little shines are here in the logo for the game, let's put them in the logo for the movie? In the logo for Super Mario Galaxy, like on the title screen, there are these little twinkling lights that appear on certain spots, like near the letters that make up the title screen. And there's been a long-running, just like internet kind of meme/rumor that the lights indicate the lights that twinkle on the title screen spell out "You are Mr. Gay," which is pretty funny. It's like a funny thing. One of those gamer mysteries. All right, well, there it is.
Hey, a banana!
Okay, maybe I need the help of this. Wait, DeeKAY? Alright, I think we do want to ride this up. Yeah, there we go. Look at me snake hanging it out. Just snake hanging out. Oops. Okay, wait, how do I change it back? Tilt. No. Oh, there we go. Just snake hanging it out. Look at Pauline just getting hype on it also. She's like pogging. Snake champ. This is cute, This is like, use wacky forms to use wacky forms to overcome challenges and collect bananas in Donkey Kong Bananza, featuring a better soundtrack than Xenoblade Chronicles. Nintendo's going as far as to sabotage their own high-profile JRPG series out of sheer pettiness. I'm taking another one where they're just being cute like this. Me when I fucking love snakes. Yeah, nothing to level up here yet. Yeah, this is the Zoro aura. The snake aura.
What an adventure!
Yeah, that was a fun adventure. All my shit is gone, though. Okay, now I don't remember what we were doing in this level. There was something else in here, though, that I needed to get, right? Kilowattrel did a Mudora, what, not getting a KO with Thunderbolt? Is that what that it's implying, Pixel? It used Thunderbolt and it didn't get a KO. You guys, this tournament for Pokemon, there were some... it's like Regulation H, which is the no legendaries, no Paradox Pokemon, or no restricted, no Paradox Pokemon, no legendaries format. It was a fan favorite format, at least to me as a viewer. It was a fan favorite of mine back last year when they did it. And they decided, I guess, to run it again in this time period right now, while we're kind of waiting for Pokemon Champions, I guess, to come out, which is what's been announced that people are playing for, like, Worlds. It's pretty solved at this point. But there were some interesting things in this tournament. One player, Joseph Ugarte, who has been playing Sun teams for pretty much, like, the last... I think about maybe the last year. He's like consistently been like maybe the only person at some events bringing Sun teams to tournaments like within the last year. Finally was like, I'm not playing Sun this time. I'm playing Sand. And so he did a Tyranitar and Excadrill team that was fun to watch. But then he ended up losing to a Sun team, which was sort of poetic maybe in a way, but sucks for him. There have been some other cool things there. I think there are a couple Kilowattrels that did pretty good today, but it's fun to see that Pokemon. But it's pretty solved at this point. Everyone knows who the strongest guys are, kind of. Employee guidelines. Maintain your energy. Smile. Be understanding and cooperative. There was also a Venusaur Dusclops team that I think went into top 8. I imagine, did that team lose? I assume that team must have lost. Or maybe it was in top 16 and it got knocked out. Is that team still in the tournament, Pixel? Anyway, that was fun to watch. It just missed top 8, okay. Although we regenerate, take care not to overexert yourself. When in doubt, dance in place. That's good. I like that advice. And I'm eating this cheese, because I'm giving cheese a 10. Oh yeah, and I forgot that if I have low health and I punch things with this tie on, I can get my health back. That's fun. Oops. I'm driving left-handed right now because I was trying to get my water bottle open with my right hand. Oh, we didn't talk to this guy. Such a shame. What kind of factory employees are we if we can't perform maintenance in a crisis? We worked out that the muck's been spreading ever since a certain guest clogged up the pit by our loading bay. Clog up my pit by busting a load in my bay, Destiny. We're too scared to get any closer. Oh, we got these guys now. These guys aren't gonna melt like this floor though. This probably was all metal and they melted all of it. Ow. Once again, like, I think probably my biggest complaint with the mechanic like this in this game is just that the physics are just kind of weird. Like, especially for these fossils. I guess you can just punch them, but sometimes it feels like you need to clear every little last bit of the gunk out of the way before you get the fossil. And it's just, like, not really precise enough to kind of do that. Or it's, like, too precise that there are parts of it that it just won't land on. This is a funny picture. I like this one. Donkey Kong's face. We never die. Whoever put that there was lying. You guys, Will's been watching some Slop Peak Tama. It's not news, but Peak Slop Tama. I think there are funny episodes in that part, or that run of the series, but I don't particularly think Any of them are that great. There's got to be some bullshit in here we missed, right? The funny thing about that stuff not being news is that the more we say it isn't news, the more it becomes news. Rocolo Mouse won a fishing tournament? Well, that is news, though. Season of the Bureaucrats finally ended today. You want to talk about some fucking news? We're selective on this show for a reason. The season of the Bureaucrat is over? Do we have any idea what they're changing, K-Man, for next season? Because I don't know what I haven't really like been paying too much attention lately to the DK. This is about DK 64 randomizer is what we're talking about. Season of the Bureaucrats is season 4 of the Donkey Kong 64 randomizer. The impression that I guess I sort of got is that some people were, felt like season 4 had sort of gone a little too difficult. I don't know if that's still sort of the general opinion came in, or if people like have, now that people have gotten more time in it, or like it more, or what it is. But that was definitely my impression of it. No, I thought season 3 was Season of the King. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Do I have them mixed up? Was season 4 Season of the King? Or season 3 Season of the King?
A banana?
It did, like, we definitely were making jokes about the Bureaucrats in season 3, but I think like that was we were trying to fight against the Bureaucrats, and season 4 I think the Bureaucrats won. That was sort of my interpretation of it. Anyway, I do know that Racers, I think, kind of felt like Season 3's rule set was sort of solved. So I totally get like the changes that were made, but it definitely sort of knocked me out of the game a little bit. But I guess it'll be interesting to see what they change. Maybe I'll get back into it. I'll get back into it after this.
All that muck around here. It's so gross. And it's gonna be really hard to clean up. You'd think the hot oil down here would keep it away or something, but it's everywhere. And the blobs those things spit at us are so gooey and gross. And painful.
This is a vent sesh one.
Ugh. I need to get this muck off my mind. Ugh. Good night.
She hates this. That's the least positive I've ever heard Pauline about any of this shit. She hates the sewer. I would have thought she would have been like, DK, while you were sleeping, I went and I tried a handful of the blob. I would have thought she would have ate some of it. She chewed, yeah, she would have done a Chiaki and put it in her mouth. Chewed the green slime. Yeah, that painful implies Pauline is taking damage too. Well, I think, like, you know, some of these situations, how could she not also be touching some of it, you know? Like this green slime that, like, when you get in it, it makes you all zappy. Look, you can see her reacting to it even. Oh no, that's sad. I don't want to be doing that. I feel bad. I regret my actions. I regret my actions. I'm taking it back. Nappy times makes it all better, right? She feels it sometimes, I think. I think generally, if he can, DeeKAY tries to, like, you know, protect her. He tries to shoulder the blows. Right, we have all the bananas in here. All the TVs. We have 8 tires left to get. I think we're doing pretty good. That rude guest put these all over. What do you think it means? Surrender the root. Oh, they're really showing it now, huh? They're like, look at this if you haven't noticed them everywhere already. The first one of these we noticed was in the beach level. That was like months ago.
That gold dome. Is that the Bananza boot?
It's gotta be. And we
Is this
gotta...
where all that muck is coming from?
She hates it. Did you hear the disdain in her voice? She hates it. I mean, who would like it? It's muck. It's pretty disgusting. Saga of the Exploratone. Verse 27. Our first hamburger was a tour de force of taste. I think more historical records should describe eating a hamburger for the first time. Speaking of tours, we received one of the factory, which was also a delight. We had not expected a trip through the Cat Scratch kitchen to be so enjoyable. We'll have to return with a friend to share the experience with them. Hey, Sis, have a good rest of work and a safe trip home. And what the heckin' hour is going on here? What if instead of hour in 2026, I started saying like heckin' clucko? Would you guys be into that? Yeah, I don't think I would either. -12. I would give that a negative of what I gave my enjoyment of cheese. Being a -10. Alright, I guess I'll just precariously run around here. No, don't hurt Pauline. Whoa, I was getting a little lag there. I feel like we haven't seen a big, like, slowdown stutter in a while. Going to a game 3. What game is this? This is the last game of top 4? The finals. Which players are in the finals? I thought it was still top 4. I guess they do just go like right into it though. I don't really want to play competitive. Hey Zebra, I'm not sure if I really do either. Yo, Dylan in the finals. That was who I was rooting for in the tournament. There was this kid, Dylan Salvanera, and I had not ever heard of him. Looked him up while he was playing his top 8 match, and I found that he had been competing for a while. I think he won a regional in like 2018 or something. It was in the Ultra series. And then had been playing regularly, competing in tournaments and playing regularly since the start of Scarlet and Violet, but had not ever like really placed particularly high in a tournament in this game's format, or like just in Scarlet and Violet in general in this whole series. And he's in the finals of this regional, so I was rooting for him. He definitely like he looked like he was crying when he won the top 8 match. The person that he won or that he beat in top 8 was the runner-up in the World Championships this last year. So it was just I'm sure it was an exciting moment for him, or just overwhelming. And it was also a very close game. It came down to a Golden Go who had his life orb knocked off, who had also nasty plotted twice and boosted his special attack to +4, but then his special attack dropped also, and the life orb came off, and he had to KO this, I think it was just an Incineroar who was on his opponent's side, who, like, it looked like everything was going in his favor, and then at the end of the match, it was like, oh, wait, Incineroar could maybe still win this. But then he did take the KO, and it was very, like, a cool moment. There can't be anything else in here, right? They wouldn't expect me to get all of this goop. Anyway, I've been watching competitive Pokemon a lot lately. It's not new. We've been talking about that all the last year, pretty much. Since the last time Regulation H was, since the last time that Reg H was the format that they were playing, which was, like, the beginning of last year. Or no, the end of, was it the end of last year? Since the last, like, the last time they did Reg H, that's when I got into it, and then I've just still been into it since then. And I think it would be fun to play sort of casually and try to pick it up more when Champions comes out, if Champions is easier to, like, is just a more of a convenient way to kind of play. I think it seems like it could be a fun time to sort of get into playing the game like that. If it turns out Champions sucks and it's not fun to play on, then I probably won't really get into it super hard, but I think it could be interesting to sort of see what the vibe is like. Whoa, look. Not the spooky kitchen. What is the boss going to be down here? It's a goop boss. Pauline is going to hate this shit. He's gooping up his gact. This almost looks a little like Odd Rock-esque. If it wasn't like the world's silliest creature of all time, Muckety Muck. This is like the silly Dillo of this game. Alright, and he can melt the floor. So we can use that to get salt, which I'm sure is what we need to use against him. We need to throw it at him, I would imagine, when he's not spitting fiery goop at us. This one, though, it seems like they're actually finally going to, for the first time, make me, like, wait to be able to attack a boss. Normally, it's so easy for me to just go, like, rush down the boss and just fuck him up. Oh shit, he's throwing muck bombs at me. What is he doing? What is this? Oh, this is like fridges falling on me or something? Oh, they're salt containers. Did he make a stock goop sound effect? Did he go? I didn't hear it. I didn't hear like a... I gotta clear some of these guys out. Ouch. Ah! We're still in it, okay. Did she just yell gloop? Got his ass. Okay, that's gonna get him, right? No? Okay, shoot. That's gotta be it, right? No, he's still in it. Oops. There we go. That's gotta be it. He's still goopy as fuck! He's so viscous. This boss arena has become an absolute minefield. But I think I'm still in it. We gotta hit him from this side. Or get him here. This could be good. Get him over here. Here we go. Watch me. Bah! That should be it. It's gotta be it. Yes. Fuck you! This apple cider motherfucker. This is how I do it, Pixel. When I go to make a cup, this is about what it's like. Take notes. We can clap to make more salt up here too. Gotta remember we can do that. Yay! Yeah, I like this one. It's definitely slower paced. It reminds me more of like a Zelda kind of fight. But those kind of fights are fun. Still, again, very much dependent on the whole physics element, because it really does seem like you do actually need to hit him like on specific sides to get the key exposed. I need this open. Give me my apple. Wait, hold on. Oh, hold on, DeeKAY! Dang it! I didn't want to die. If you die, does the fight start over? I don't remember. I think it does, right? I think the only boss we've ever died on was Poppy Kong, maybe? Wait. I'm not leveling my health up. I'm at least getting my nappy boost. Me sitting in my bed and thinking, I could go for some cider. So I get up. I roll down the way. Roll out of my room to the fridge. Jump into the loading bay. Down into the fucking fucked up, ghoulish depths. With my little mug. With my E-Tank mug that I wanted Runaway Guys. Alright, I will not die this time. I think we let it get too messy. I think I could do a better job at getting the little lava spitting guys. I just don't know, like, if it's really worth it to go for them when I could just be killing him. Is what I was, what I think I was sort of. That was the trade-off I was doing on the last attempt. Like getting him in his big muck face. That hit that. They give you a lot of time though on this first phase until he goes back in. Ow. This is good. DeeKAY! There we go. That should be it. I like how the goop is like also stuck to the ground also, which is how we can like punch the key around. The one thing I don't like, and I think again this is sort of, oh no, it did hit him. I was gonna say, I think this might be more to kind of like slow the fight down, is it looks like there are some times when he's sort of, when I'm hitting him with the salt and it's not doing anything, but that time it did, and he was like, it looked like he was like mid-jump there. I thought he maybe had like an invulnerability state. But it might be less than I thought it was. Could be it. Nope. Like, can I hit him in midair, I wonder? I think you probably can't. But I guess he's also, like, doing the, like, goop spiral there, so maybe that makes sense. That should be it. That's gotta be it. How could there be more? Alright, last phase. We got this, Kongs. Pauline hates this shit. She doesn't like apple cider. I want to go back to Big Burger. That hit him. Get rid of these little guys. I'm not sure. I guess maybe Elephant would be good here, too. I don't know. I'm fighting this guy without Bananza power. I don't know why. Elephant would have been good here. But I don't know, the form would also run out eventually, and definitely it seems like there's some downtime in this boss, so he would have just been a consistent way to have a bunch of chunks ready to go if I messed up with one of them.